The Dominican Republic, an entire country full of people who look like various members of my family. This is only my second time visiting, but it feels very familiar. From the food to the beach, the Dominican Republic's north coast may have what you're looking for. On brand for 2020, we began our trip with airline issues. American Airlines canceled our flight without telling us, which resulted in us having to spend the night in Miami.
We just got to Miami, yay! We're so happy to be here.
We decided to roll with the punches, utilize my brother's hotel employee discount, and enjoy some Cuban food at Latin Cafe.
Cuban coffee.
We also partook in some drinks courtesy of the heavy-handed hotel bartender. The next day, we touched down in Puerto Plata. Waiting to take us to our accommodations was an expat I met online, Kane. Ed gave us the lowdown on the local life, as well as letting us know just how big the tarantulas get.
I've seen them this big. Seriously.
I'm
not. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Casa Linda got them big ass spiders?
They're doing a lot of building over there, right? That's what causes.
No.
That's
Are they like something in the dirt and then you disturb the fucking dirt and then they no.
See how this has all been built? Yeah. They come from under all that debris. They don't come out in the daytime. You don't even.
I'm
see
in the
them.
old part.
Okay, but you don't see them a lot like that. It's not. I've been here for 2 years, so
I see one.
there's people that have lived here have never seen them. But honestly, if you keep your distance. The one I saw in the video, he never moved, never. Yeah, I was close.
And just for reference, this is what he was talking about. And your boy is useless when it comes to creepy crawlies, so I was ready to get back on the plane. We got to our Airbnb located in the Casa Linda community, which was surprisingly reminiscent of a neighborhood in Tampa, Florida, but with much narrower roads. Here's a gratuitous look at the Airbnb and the pool. The best thing about Casa Linda were the amenities. We had access to a free shuttle that took us to all the major hotspots and even to the grocery store. Also, I can't stress enough to you how dope the on-site restaurant Castaways turned out to be. They had daily specials, great breakfast, and they even delivered to your villa. And the prices were very reasonable. Don't forget to order the langostinos and the grilled salmon with the garlic sauce. Lord of mercy. Our first evening in Sosua, we had to hit the beach to see what we signed up for. We were immediately greeted by friendly locals and even a friendlier dinner guest.
Say hello to Federico.
Hola, gato.
After that, we headed out for some drinks at Blue Ice Piano Bar and an after curfew spot, Copacabana, where we had even more dinner guests.
Guess who showed up?
So the first night in the villa, my worst fear was realized as we were viciously attacked by a big-ass spider. The video makes it look smaller than it really was, but here's an animation that more accurately depicts what happened. We were just chilling on the couch, watching some Spanish dub TV, when I caught some movement in my peripheral on the wall. I look up to see the biggest spider I ever seen not in a cage. The wife and I started freaking the F out. She darts out the door to get security as I'm left to do battle armed with only a broom and a water shoe. I kept my enemy at bay until Sheena returned with the security guard. The Dominican warrior quickly dispatched of the 8-legged monster. I'm sure he was judging us, but I don't really care. The man is a hero.
That don't work. That motherfucker is here.
Battling mythical creatures aside, we didn't forget why we came, to enjoy the beach. And what better way to enjoy said beach than to take a long-ass road trip out west over some tricky terrain and end up here.
Here we are, about to take the boat to the island.
While this place is pretty enough, we weren't done. Ditching our shoes under orders from our tour guide, we jumped into a speedboat that shuttled us to our true destination. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Cayo Arena, known more commonly as Paradise Island. It's not hard to figure out why. It was easy to settle in and have some fun. There's things like snorkeling, feeding the fish, food, drinks, but due to COVID restrictions, the tour company couldn't provide alcohol, but of course, we and several others brought our own. Oh, and shout out to our tour guide, Mateus, who acted as a cameraman for much of this shoot. After a few hours of fun, it was time to head back to shore, but not before taking a trip to the nearby mangroves, where we did donuts in the boat and got a quick lesson in why their conservation efforts are so important. On our way back to civilization, we made a couple of stops. First, we had a late lunch that really hit the spot after all the activities. Then we headed to La Casa Del Guia, where they make and sell cigars along with other wares. All in all, an excellent, albeit lengthy, excursion. Next, we spent a morning at Playa Cabarete, a slow-paced, windswept beach that's favored by surfers and families. Here we met Benson, a YouTuber / tour salesman that has made the Dominican Republic his home after Haiti's 2010 earthquake.
Cabarete is sweet, it's nice, so it's a very nice spot to chill and the water sport, everything. We got good food, good restaurant. It's a nice place to visit.
He took us to El Pescador, the home of the best lobster I ever had in life. The next day, we headed back to Playa Sosua, the main attraction. bottom boat tour of the bay with the coolest boat captain in the DR. He showed us where all the fish hang out, as well as the spots for snorkeling and Playa Alicia. After that, we headed inland to check out some of the shops and restaurants.
Sheena's sick out here. Look at him. Are we in Sosua proper? I just said you're sick, okay? Hoping it ain't the Rona.
This is where we ran into restaurant owner, YouTuber, and Haitian Miami expat Finger, who flagged us down and gave us the grand tour of his beachfront restaurant.
Like I said, it's the only place you could come and get some mac and cheese, some green beans, some collard greens, and fried chicken and all that. Oxtail, we got the best oxtail. Our flavor is busting.
If we had more time, we would have tried the food, but we had a shuttle to catch.
Every American, every foreigner that's coming over here, don't buy no villa from nobody. Don't buy no villa from nobody. I don't care if they kill me for that. But don't buy no villa, because you could use $100 to build you a mansion, buy you a piece of land. Thank you.
Our second trip to the DR was not without some hiccups, but we managed to have a good time.
You're having fun, ain't you?
I am. I really am.
The food, the beaches, the people make it all worth the journey. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel, like, and share this video.
Just did. Timberland. 50 Cent. God damn. She ballin' in.